Hey, what's up guys, it's Dom from Hole Printing Inc. In today's quick yet exciting video, I'm sharing with you guys my biggest mistakes in DTF printing. Hopefully this video is going to save you time, money, energy, and a lot of frustration because I sure wish something like this existed when I was first starting out. My name is Dom, I'm on Hole Printing Inc. I've been in the printing industry for years now. I've worked with many big corporations and I help you on your printing journey. If I am looking down, I'm looking at some notes so I don't get too off track. Like I said, this video is going to be very quick, straight to value. So here are the biggest mistakes I've made and I wish I could go back in time and fix. Number one, being cheap. When you're starting DTF printing, the initial investment, especially if your money's quite limited when you're starting out, you buy your new DTF printer, it's a couple $1,000s, you buy an extra print head, you buy some supplies, and next thing you know, you're trying to save cost as much as humanly possible. Trying to buy cheap powder, cheap film, cheap ink, cheap print heads, whatever the case may be. It's very, very important that you guys pay the price for your supplies. Not only is it going to save you a lot of time, headaches when it comes to diagnosing all of these supplies, trying to see, is it my powder, is it my oven time and temperature, is it my ink? You're going to have all of these questions, and especially when starting out, you want as little variables as humanly possible. Make sure you invest in the best equipment. DTF printer, print head, ink, powder, film, even support. Make sure you're connected with individuals that can help you on your journey. The last thing you want is to have cheap supplies and you don't know which supplier to blame. Is it my ink guy? Is it the powder that's cheap? Is it the new print head that I just bought for 85 bucks on Amazon? What's the cause of these issues? The better the supplies, the better the reputation of the supplier you're dealing with. Most likely their products are tried, tested, and true, and no more headaches, at least when it comes to consumables. So don't be cheap. Another big mistake is having no support. Thinking that you're okay on your own, you'll figure it out. It's not complicated. It's basically just print and apply the transfers to your garments. That is the biggest mistake I've ever made, thinking that I can do it by myself, I don't need support. If you bought this printer from ProColored or any other reseller, they most likely have a free after sales program. Now, yes, you will have to contact the seller on Amazon or through the email that they provided with the order number. However, it's worthwhile. They'll most likely connect you on Skype or another different way of communication, and China time, because most of these resellers that offer after sales support are from China. So anywhere from 7 p.m. all the way to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when you can expect a response and you can get the ball rolling to get to the diagnostic of your specific problem. Now, if ever you're having a lot of issues or you don't have the luxury to be able to stay up late at night to diagnose all of these problems with the Chinese engineers, I would 100% suggest to either resell the printer you currently have, ship it back to the supplier you bought it from, or simply sell it locally to somebody that has the time to deal with the Chinese supplier. If you don't have the after sales support and you're not able to invest the time needed to fix these DTF problems, if you're balancing a job and you don't have the time, you have kids, whatever the case may be, I would really consider not joining the DTF community, just because there's a lot of trials and tribulations, especially when first starting out. These small DTF printers are not perfect and they need a lot of time, attention, and love. And I swear, even if you have all the time in this world, it's still going to be very frustrating. So imagine having a job, having kids, doing this more part-time. I would suggest to just resell it and get rid of the problems. If you don't have access to after sales support yet you're willing to stay up late at night and work with the Chinese engineers, there's a bunch of free DTF memberships and groups that you can join completely free of charge, which gives you peace of mind, examples of problems that are happening to everybody DTF worldwide, and also your specific problem. You can post a photo and some people in the group will answer you. There's also paid communities, right? We have the DTF private membership that we have a few selected members and we help them on their DTF printing journey. We supply them with discounted parts, consumables, print heads, cables, dampers, stuff of that nature. And we also make sure that whenever they have a problem, they can post in the Facebook group. Me and other experts will answer them, never being alone, never feeling like they're hopeless. Make sure you're supported. So don't be cheap, Make sure you're supported, whether it be free, paid groups, a mix of both. Make sure you have a bunch of resources at your disposal. Another very important thing is lack of discipline. This ties in to my other point so perfectly, because yes, you can have the paid membership, the free memberships, the free groups, a bunch of different forms, but if you don't have the discipline to actually get down and dirty and try to fix your problems by yourself, you're never going to make progress. If you're somebody that's very anxious and gets paralyzed whenever they have to do a tough decision, whenever they have to do something they're not too sure if they're going to break something, you have to do it. Yes, you will break stuff. Yes, you will make mistakes, but it's all part of the learning process. You have to be disciplined, and you have to be willing to work late nights and fix your problems. You'll be days and even sometimes weeks without printing, but you'll get to learn the printer and how it works. Another thing you can't have, and a biggest mistake that I've made, is the victim mindset. Whether it be a DTF L1800 small format printer or a commercial printer, it's easy to play the victim. Oh, why is this happening to me? I don't deserve this. Why is my print heads clogging? Why is this happening? I just bought this. You have to realize, guys, most of these things are user error. So most of the problems that I had with DTF printing were my fault. And if it wasn't my fault, it was most likely a simple fix. And oftentimes it was a simple fix, but I made it worse. You need to realize that you cannot have a victim mindset. You make a mistake or the printer breaks by itself, whatever the case may be, you need to take full responsibility. You're the one that bought it, and you're the one that signed the invisible contract saying that, hey, whatever happens, I'll figure out how it works. If not, I'll ship it back from where it came from, or I'll resell it, or I'll just quit. The choice is yours, but you cannot have a victim mindset. It's not supplier's fault. It's not the other people's fault. It's not your family's fault. It is your fault. You're the one that signed up for it, so buckle down and get to work. So let's recap all of these points. You cannot be cheap. Make sure you invest and you pay the price, and you'll thank yourself later. Make sure you have support, paid, free groups, forums, whatever the case may be. You need to eat, live, and breathe DTF printing, especially when starting out. You cannot have a lack of discipline. You need to be focused, and you need to take the time to understand how this printer works if you want to move to the next level and not give up. You cannot have a victim mindset. It is not the supplier's fault. It is not your friends and family's fault. It is your fault. You signed up for this. You signed the invisible contract. Most of the errors that you will have in DTF printing will be 100% your fault, user error. So make sure you understand and you take some notes. Again, the forums, the Facebook groups, the posts, make sure you write down what problems happened, at what time, what caused the problem, and most importantly, what was the solution to all of these different problems. If you have error codes, write them down. When you have the solution, write the solution down, so when stuff like this happens again, you'll be able to fix and diagnose it further and quicker, so you can get back to printing as soon as possible. I obviously have a YouTube channel with basically a Bible of DTF printing when it comes to small format printers, so if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and take a look at all my videos so you can make sure that you have a better toolkit moving forward. Hopefully you guys found this video somewhat helpful. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe if you're new. This was Dom from Whole Printing Inc. Make a print you'll never forget.